everyone, it's Eric from Yankee Traders here. So I was telling my wife the other day, I always wanted to win the lottery, just like my dad. And then she says, "Your dad won the lottery?" And I said, "No, but he always wanted to." So then she says to me, "What are you going to do with all that money when you win it?" And I said to her, "I'm going to give it to charity." That's my favorite dancer down at the Gentleman's Club. But I just got 500 $1 scratch lottery tickets. I'm going to play the lottery. And we're going to see, did I win? Did I lose? What are the odds? Is it even accurate? But before we do that, please like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell to stay up to date, and please leave a comment down below because I'd love to hear what you think. So before we get to the actual tickets, you should know which game I'm playing. I chose the Quick 100s from the Connecticut Lottery. I chose this because it's a new game, so most of the prizes will not have been claimed. The top prize is $100, and there are almost 1,000 of those available. That means the maximum I can get is $50,000 in prizes, but both you and I know that it is so unlikely to happen that we would just call it impossible. It wasn't that easy to get all 500 lottery tickets. The first place I went only had 184 tickets, and then I had to go to 8 more places until I could get the remaining 316 tickets. To scratch and find the outcome of these potentially worthless tickets, I will be using a worthless piece of currency, this Venezuelan 5 Bolivar coin. So, without further ado, let's see how I did. The first thing that I noticed is that scratching 500 lottery tickets is a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. Let me speed things up for you. I used to do lottery scratch games like this occasionally for fun when I was younger, but having $2 or $3 extra dollars in your pocket to buy 2 or 3 tickets, and then maybe buying another few tickets with the winnings was just that. It was fun. I didn't know if I was going to win or how much I would win. In fact, the first time I ever played one of these scratch games, I bought 3 or so tickets, and one of them won $5, so that was pretty exciting. You know what? This is taking too long. I'm gonna have to speed this up with some sort of assistance. Well, the drill turned out not to speed things up, but rather it actually slowed things down, so I went back to using the coin. Some of these wins were back-to-back, some were not. The longest string of wins that I had was 3 in a row. The longest string of duds that I had was 13, and that happened twice in the course of 500 tickets. So, when the outcome is random, and that's what they say, it really is random. There is no pattern or regularity except that getting 14 or more tickets is guaranteed at least a $1 win, and I'm not sure if that will hold true over a larger sample of more than 500 tickets. Scratching 500 tickets takes a really long time. The whole process took about 3.5 hours. Even if I didn't try to show this on camera with all of the winning tickets as I discovered them, it still would have taken a really long time. I tried to get everything in here, but more than once, the camera stopped because the footage was too long or I ran out of memory. As a result, it was broken up into about 15 clips. I do the best I can to show all 500, but I may have missed up to 5 of them, and it may be hard to see at 30 or 60 times speed. Doing this was pretty exhausting, and I can tell you one thing. I never want to do this again. I do not want to do any scratch lottery tickets or any lottery scratch games. I certainly don't want to play the Powerball after this. After scratching only 80 or so tickets and seeing how disappointing the returns are was pretty demoralizing. When I looked through all of these tickets originally, I noticed some things. You may get a ticket that says you need to get the number 4 to win, and then it might show a $100 prize if you had gotten a 3 or a 13 as a winning number. But then on the next ticket, the winning number might be a 3, and you get a $15 prize if you had gotten the number 13. I'm not sure if this is done intentionally, but I think it messes with your head. I think it gives a false sense of hope to be off by a single number, but that sense of false hope and the feeling of being so close to a good prize feeds the craving for more. I felt like that in the past on more than one occasion when I would do these scratch games, but the fact of the matter is, close calls have absolutely no effect on the outcome whatsoever. In psychology class, my professor told us that a random reward can be very powerful in establishing a habit, and this is what happens when people gamble and develop a gambling addiction. Overall, I won $217. I'm going to explain the mathematics of these games, but I will not get overly technical. Overall odds are your chances of winning something as opposed to nothing. To find this, we take the number of winning tickets and divide that by the total number of tickets. This comes out to just over 20%, and the lottery website is correct in stating that the overall odds are approximately 1 in 4.85. Expected value is a general way of thinking about a weighted average of the outcome of the possible events. The simple way of finding this is that you add up all of the outcomes and all of the possible events, and then you divide. This is useful in determining a payout. In this case, for over 2 million tickets, the total payout you can get is just over $1.3 million if you buy every single ticket. That means that the expected value, or what you can reasonably anticipate to receive on average as a payout for each $1 ticket you buy, is about 62.6 cents. But these are the ideal numbers. They are not the same as the experimental value that I got. In my experiment, I bought 500 tickets. There were a total of 93 winning tickets, which won a prize greater than 0. That means the overall odds of my sample were about 1 in 5.38, which is even worse than what it says on the lottery's website. My total payout was $217, which means that if I average that out per ticket, it's about 43.4 cents per dollar payout. The odds are terrible. You're buying a dream. One time in high school, I had a dream that I got to be with the hottest girl in school. But that's all it was. It was a dream. It didn't mean nothing. So why play the lottery? I remember the commercials from the New York Lottery in the 1990s. There was a guy who would literally shout from the rooftops, "The New York Lotto jackpot is now 20 million or whatever dollars." And then it would end with, "Hey, you never know." And that's how they get you. Every lottery ticket is a dream. But most of those lottery tickets are worth exactly as much as that dream I had about that girl. Nothing. A lot of Americans play the lotto. In 2017, lottery sales in the US were over $71 billion, and that means that for those who played it, they spent $86 per month on average, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's a lot of money. And to put things in perspective, in 2017, that could have bought an average of 4.5 ounces of silver every month, and that would have come out to about 54 ounces of silver today, which, as of May 28, 2021, was $28.01 per ounce. That would have been over $1,500 today. Don't play the lottery. So I told my wife I won the lottery, and I said, "So what you gonna do?" And she says, "I'm gonna leave you and take half of your winnings." I said, "Great, here's $109. Have a nice life." I make videos about precious metals, economics, and general investment topics. If you are interested in Market Mania, I made a great video here. And if you are interested in learning what a real-life tax collector thinks about taxes, then check out this video here. And thank you very much for watching.